I'm dressed well. I'm wearing Louis Vuitton every fucking day. I'm looking good. Spent 4 years doing that shit. Okay? And, you know, me and you get in a relationship, and I'm the more attractive one. I'm the one that gets the attention. People are looking at me. People are fucking, you know, DMing me on Instagram all the time. People are messaging me. I'm the fucking, you know, I'm the shit. I'm walking on runways and shit like that. I'm taking 2 hours to get ready. You're only taking 45 minutes to get ready. How would that make you feel as a woman?
No, I mean, obviously, yes, it would make me.
Would it be
feel,
annoying?
It would be annoying, but
Okay.
you framed the question in the to make us think about the equality factor.
Yeah.
So I'm just saying, as a leader,
that.
I would want not to necessarily say men and women or whatever, but there is a sense of partnership.
But would that be annoying though? Like
yeah,
that
absolutely.
you're okay. What about you? How would that make you feel that I spent all this time to get ready and put all this effort into it? Would that? But I didn't put as much effort into making money, or I didn't put as much effort into like being a provider or being a leader. How would that make you feel?
It'd be frustrating.
Yeah. What about you?
Same. Same.
Would you give that guy a chance? Would you date him? No.
Maricon.
Nope. Okay. What about you?
I'll be disgusted.
You'd be disgusted?
Yes.
Damn. Okay.
That nigga gay.
You're insecure. You're insecure because you look better than you.
No.
You're insecure. Yeah. All right. What about you?
How dare you?
No, that's a good answer. I like that.
I would not like it.
You wouldn't like it? Why not?
I wouldn't be interested into that. Like I'm not. Like pretty boy is not my interest. I'm not attracted to that.
Gotcha. What about you?
Pretty boy swag.
No.
You would say no? What, you insecure, man? He's independent. He's handsome. Come on.
Handsome, huh?
Not 2 hours getting ready.
Oh,
I don't
okay.
think
He
so.
got drip though. He got drip though.
Yeah,
Okay.
man.
He got swag.
That's fine, and I'm fine for my man to be confident. That's not gonna make me insecure.
He
but
got
like,
pretty boy swag. What's
No.
wrong with you, man?
Insecure, man.
Absorb it.
All right. What about you?
I'm good on that.
No, he's got a lot of love to give, though.
Yeah.
Okay, I mean,
He's rich in love.
Yeah, he's rich
and
in
looks.
love.
If your lady walked around
You gotta
in
work, though.
boxers and
You
white
gotta work,
tee-
but-
if I have a connection with a
He's
man,
rich in
of
love.
course, that's a difference.
No, he's gonna be on the couch, so he got to get his beauty sleep. But you gonna be cool with that? Rich in love.
He's rich in looks and love.
Well, see?
How dare you?
I'm rich in love.
I already know your answer. You're a fiance, so you already know what time it is. See how when I switch it around, you guys are like, "What the fuck?" Like, no. You'd be like, "Hell nah, I'm not down with that. You're very questionable." You're like, "No, I'm good."
Annoying.
So think about that, ladies. So why is it that you would never accept me if I spent 4 years going to beauty school, being the most handsome guy ever and looking fucking good? Right? You would never accept me, but you expect us to accept you guys for making a bunch of money and being successful. See how it doesn't make sense for us? It's the same thing. I'm a useless fucking pretty boy, just like you're a useless girl with a degree making money. It doesn't benefit me, just like me being beautiful doesn't benefit you. That's why we don't give a fuck about your money. We don't give a fuck about your degree. We don't care about any of that stuff. And it's interesting, when I ask you guys, what's your thoughts? You guys, you don't even think. No, I'm good. No, I don't want a guy like this. But if I say, I don't want no educated girl, I don't give a fuck about that. Whoa, you're insecure, right? Like she said, right? That's why I said that to you, to get you the feeling. But women don't get this, that like, bro, we really don't give a fuck about y'all money and your degrees at all. It doesn't benefit us. Does that make sense, ladies?
Yes, but I think
Sure.
coming from like a super successful like as a super successful man,
Yeah,
you know,
sure.
which most men in this generation and stuff are not bringing that.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That's a fair critique, but would it be fair to say that, like, and obviously, yes, a bunch of guys are fucking bums, etc., but that's your job as a girl to detect that.
Exactly.
Because I've seen it where girls meet guys that are successful and do have their money on point and are, you know, masculine, whatever, but then the girl tries to compete with him. Or she doesn't listen to him. Yep. He can't get her to do shit. You can't tell me nothing. I'm independent.
Yep.
And what ends up happening, and this is sad for the girls, right? The guy in his head is just like, man, I'm never going to fucking take this girl serious. I'm just going to keep having sex with her. And he just puts her on the sex rotation. And then she asks the dumbass question, where are we? And she never gets a relationship. She never gets a ring. She never gets taken seriously. She never meets the family. She never meets the parents. And then she wonders, why can't I fucking get this guy? Like, I got a house, I make this money, I'm successful. No, it's because you're fucking annoying. You're like a dude. Just like if I spent 3 hours to get ready, you start getting annoyed with me. Like, fuck, maybe at first it's fun, right? Maybe it's first that I meet a girl that makes money, it's fun. But at some point, you're going to get tired of it. Just like if I was just a pretty boy all day, spending time picking out shoes, you'd be like, this dude's a faggot. What the fuck? This is annoying. Same situation, ladies. You guys don't want fags. We don't want annoying bimbos. Does that make sense? Kind of?
Yeah, absolutely.
And I know it, like, this might be the first time you've heard this or whatever, but what this guy's speech basically embodies is that men are looking for a girl to kind of be an aid. We don't really care about you making money or being successful, your title, your careers. And I know some of you guys are going to college and shit, which is cool. I mean, I'm not going to take that away from you, but understand that like men don't care about that shit.
I think going to school is good. Getting your degree is good, but like that shouldn't be a selling point. Like, oh yeah, I'm independent. I have a degree. Look at me. It's more like, all right, I'm gonna be a wife to you. What do you need as a man?
I wouldn't even like if I was a girl and I went on a date, like I wouldn't even talk about my schooling unless he like really was interested and asked. But like I would like stay away from that and talk about other shit because
Who cares?
bruh, it's not that it's who cares, it's that. And here's the thing, like even if a girl doesn't tell me what she does for work or education, just from her behavior I could tell. If she's like super like masculine and aggressive and shit like that, I'm like, man, this chick works in like law enforcement or some shit, or she's a business lady or some shit. And like, because people that are successful that make money, like they have certain mindsets, they don't want to be told no, they have an A-type personality. That's very unattractive to us ladies, very unattractive. So
which is sad.
Yeah,
which is sad to me because we live in a society that's not necessarily groomed in that sort of, you know.
Do you think it's sad though?
I think it's sad. I do think that we should resort back to more traditional values, absolutely, and I value those things.
Yeah.
Now
But
you do.
it's not. No, but I'm saying like it's not. That's not the world we live in now. So it's like I almost feel like we're stuck between a rock and a hard place because it's like, okay, yes, I would prefer to have a high value man that I don't have to have an education, that could be a leader, that could be a provider, that could be a man of God, and all of those things, and I could just be fruitful and.
It's too late for you.
No.
I mean, come on.
I agree with you.
Well, here's the thing. So
what do you do? Do you sit there and wait around for that to happen, or do you do it for yourself?
I'll tell you why. Here's the problem.
And then it sucks.
The reason why these guys are out there.
Yeah, they are.
But the problem is that.
But you don't want them.
You don't want them because they're not 6 feet tall. They're not handsome. They don't got drip.
Yeah.
They don't speak, a certain way. They don't got no riz.
They don't beat you
like
up.
these guys. These guys that are like that do that like have these tendencies. They're boring a lot of times. Women find them boring.
Yep.
Oh, you go to church every Sunday. Oh my God, you're like a square. Because women love excitement in men. Every single one of you's probably dated a bad boy that you knew was fucking bad for you, but you went out with him anyway, because women love excitement like that in men. So, but unfortunately, that excitement comes at a cost a lot of times. You were trying to say something? I saw you had your hand like this.
Yeah.
Yeah, please go ahead.
I was really gonna say college is really like a recruiting grounds, honestly. Like,
If you're smart, that's how you do it. That's what the
Yeah.
white girls do, to be honest with you.
Yep.
not just the white girls, boo.
The black women don't do it. Statistically speaking, being honest with you, the black women don't do it.
But that's
The white women
how
are
I
the ones
think,
that come
though.
out of college married at a way higher rate than
They
black
do.
women.
But I don't know why they don't think like that. But
But not to pick on you or
makes
anything.
sense.
You're a bit older than the rest of the
Yeah,
panel
no,
here.
that's fair.
I'm sure you met guys in the past that were actually good guys that would have taken care of you, probably been that guy, no?
Sure.
Think about this.
What? Think about this, yes. What made you want to move on, or do you have any, I don't want to say regrets at all?
She's young, still.
Who said that?
Me. I think she's still young.
35.
Yeah.
I mean, I can recognize that is. You saying this, Cap? I can recognize
35
that.
is
I can
young.
recognize
35
that.
not young,
You know
bro.
that's a little bit older, and that's okay.
60 is
Like,
older.
I'm okay with that.
Late, bro.
But to speak
60?
to Myron, to speak to your point, I think that's fair. Everything that you said about about that woman, the guy would be boring, or he goes to church, or all these things, and I agree that yes,
Yeah.
maybe I've passed on them too, but
You definitely have.
absolutely,
Yeah, facts.
absolutely. But the problem is that those same men have also passed on me because I have a degree, because I'm a businesswoman, because I can carry myself and be threatening or
To his point.
perceived in competition, and it's just
Annoying.
Well,
So
okay,
the
so
society.
let me.
Yeah.
This is going to be a very
not to
painful.
debate you, but
no,
you know what I mean.
Totally cool. I don't have a problem with having debates or discourse. This is where I'm gonna give kind of a uncomfortable truth to all the ladies here. So if you're able to get a man to date you, right? Which I'm sure all of you can. None of you guys are like ugly like that, right? If you can get a guy to date you, you do realize that it's your job to keep him dating you, right?
Absolutely.
Yeah.
But here's the problem, though. Girls go on dates thinking, impress me.
Nigga.
Nigga.
Right?
That's how society, we're all warped
but that's
into
what I'm trying to
this.
say. That's the problem, is that women go on dates. Women go on dates, and women meet men with the frame of impress me, make me feel like I need to come on a second date.
I'm the
you
prize.
need to win me over. I'm the prize. A lot of women actually tweeted about this earlier today, and it got like it's almost at 1 million fucking impressions. I mentioned that women have a syndrome called main character syndrome. And what I mean by this, yeah, I'm literally coining that shit.
Oh,
yes,
really?
there you go. Fresh and fit and fucking exclusive right here. A lot of women have main character syndrome. And what I mean by this is they think the world revolves around me. The way I view the world is the way the world operates. The way I look at myself is how the world views me. And I don't care about anyone else. And I've noticed this. We've interviewed almost 3,000 girls. And whenever I ask, hey, what's your opinion on this? I mean, you did this earlier, by the way. A lot of girls do this, no offense. I'll ask them a question. What do you think in general? They're immediately take the question, internalize it, base it on themselves, and then regurgitate an answer. Versus give me an answer on how the rest of the world works. I'll give you an example, right? If you told me something like, world hunger is a real problem, and I responded to you, I don't think it's a problem. Me, all my niggas eat.
I don't suffer.
Wouldn't I sound like a fucking retard?
Yeah.
Yeah. But that's what girls do all the time. Obviously not with that example. But when I interview women and I ask them questions, they always internalize it to themselves. And if it doesn't apply to them, they discount it. It doesn't matter. And I think this is a very dangerous mindset to have. And this is why so many girls fail and are chronically single, right? They kind of go into the world with, I'm a main character situation. I don't know if you guys noticed, but the girls here that are in relationships are all pretty young with high school sweethearts, etc. I've realized that like when girls are young and they don't get this mindset early on, this main character syndrome, they're able to maintain relationships better, right? This is why men and you have something you want to say?
Yeah,
Go ahead,
but
sure.
I was about to say, but also that goes back into he gives me my main character syndrome. I don't have to do it for myself. He gives me the attention that
makes
I
you feel
need,
like
so
Yeah.
I don't have to give myself and force that onto
Anywhere else.
Yeah,
he's a real one.
Yeah.
What do you consider young?
What do I consider young?
Tell me, yeah.
I mean, I think a woman is in her prime years between 18 to 24, 25.
I would agree.
I think if a girl doesn't capitalize in that time, her chances of finding like a higher status guy or a man of her dreams,
Slim down.
it's pretty much zero.
Yep.
You're gonna have to settle on a more average man. No, take you seriously and be a good guy or whatever, but he might not be in good shape. He might not be the most rich. He might not be the most attractive. He might not be the most charismatic or charming or well dressed. He might come with a kid or two from a prior relationship, but he'll probably treat you well. But the problem is that big time main character syndrome thing that I talked about. Girls look at Instagram, they look at TV shows, etc. They're like, damn, this girl has this life. I can get it too, and I deserve it.
Yep.
Because if you look at, and it's interesting, if you look at commercials designed for women versus like advertisers for men, to the women they say you deserve it, you can have it all, you deserve this life, etc. With men, it's like you got to earn it, right? With women, it's more like you deserve it, and then men, it's like you got to fucking earn it. So what I've noticed is that plays into this main character syndrome that so many modern women experience, and then I think social media, Instagram, Facebook, YouTube, reality television shows, it's exacerbated the problem, made it worse. Because girls compare their life to the chick on Instagram. And they don't know that that girl that's on Instagram with that fucking good-looking guy and the $1 million, he's fucking 5 bitches a week. And she's at the house alone all the time.
Yep.
And he has multiple girlfriends.
They're not
right?
even together.
Or they might not even be together. They don't even know this shit, but they see the lifestyle and they don't know what comes with it. So, I think women just really need to understand the realities of the decisions that you make and going in on a date. Bring this all full circle. When you go on a date, instead of thinking I'm the main character and impress me, nigga, it's more of, okay, I met this guy, I like this guy. Let me make sure I'm the best pick for him, and these other girls get blown out the water. And I think if more women approach dating from that perspective of how can I be an asset to this man, he ain't going nowhere, bro. Because most girls are fucking useless. To be honest with y'all, give you guys some game. Most girls are absolutely useless, especially the hot ones. Useless. If you come in and you're mildly attractive and you're useful, bro, you're gonna beat these other girls out the water. Nobody has anything?
So 18 to 24 is
No,
young.
I agree with that.
Yeah.
Yeah, I agree. And I think the main character syndrome thing is true. And I think that it's a problem because like people like me spend my 20s, my youth, my prime trying to get that degree and become all these things that truly once you get to that point, you get to 30, you get to 35, you really start to see the value in tradition and gender roles, and that's not to say like ladies like we're not equal and da 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 and all these things and we don't need an education or anything like that, but you'd really start to see that there's a switch where it becomes such a disadvantage, and all of a sudden everyone's like, but you're a great catch, you're smart, you're this, you're that, you're everything, you're da 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 da, you'd be a good mother, you'd be a good, and they don't,
They lie to you.
they're like, I want that 20-year-old.
Lose some weight.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that too, but they're like, I want that 20-year-old.
Well, these are girls that probably told this. These are women that told you this? and men too?
In general, I think
Okay.
in society's
Oh,
views,
okay, you're
like
saying
yeah, we
okay.
say like I spent like for someone like me, like I spent my 20s like trying to do these things that society kind of teaches us
Go to school, date around, have
are
fun.
valuable,
Yeah.
exactly.
Yeah.
And then you get to this point, and you're like, no, I should have taken my high school sweetheart more serious, or been more
me ask you a
focused
question real
on,
quick.
yeah.
Knowing what you know now, if you took that knowledge and I told you, you know what, we're gonna fucking push the clock back
Start
15
over.
years. Knowing what you knew now, would you give up the degree? Would you take this knowledge that you have, and would you go back and find your dream man?
Yes,
You would.
Yeah.
Okay. All right, and I really appreciate you being honest about
I'm
that.
being honest.
Would you s-
Because when I've asked girls this, most of the time they do say they would turn the clock back.
I
Hold
would.
on, hold on.
They would?
What are you going to
Yeah,
give?
they would.
Real
Yeah.
quick though, right now, right? You're single.
Yeah.
Poly by choice, right?
Yes.
Wink, wink. No, but like,
What does that mean, Cap?
Stop the
yeah,
cap.
I was just kidding
We
about
all
that part.
watch previews.
Uh,
yes.
What would you give up for a man right now? Like, let's say
For
for
the
example,
perfect
you're into him, he liked you as well.
For like my dream guy.
Dream guy. What would you give up?
Everything.
Your social media, your job. What would you give up for your man right now?
Well, she gave her everything. She said she would turn the
I was
clock
gonna
back
say it would
15
be
years.
like
She
more.
did
What
everything.
wouldn't I give up? And that would be
Yeah.
a better question. What wouldn't I give up?
F the Instagram.
Like I'm saying, like if you lost education, a job, everything, you went back to 20 years old, fresh out of high
Yeah,
school,
if the guy
etc.
was like, if I met my dream guy and he was like, but I don't want you to be a paralegal. I want
Yeah.
you at home. I'd give it up. If he was like, I don't want you on social media. I don't value that. I'd give it up. That's real.
Yeah.
Has anyone in the past
No.
ever asked you that before to give up stuff that you didn't want to give up?
No, because I feel like again, like we've
Merch.
been groomed into this society of like where I'm an independent female,
Yeah, she wasn't listening,
or
bro. She was
you know
like,
the
whatever,
guy
nigga.
doesn't want to take that leadership role to say I don't want I value these things and I want my woman to be this. The guy is almost not to be like sus, but like the guys kind of take this like simp role where they're like like it's we're all just stuck in a really weird place, but it's
I think people are
destroying society.
scared to be honest, and obviously that what I just said, right? A lot of women get. This is why a lot of women get angry and fight with me on the show. Literally from what I just told you guys, right? You guys have been very calm and well receiving of it, but a lot of women get angry and they call me a misogynist, an asshole, a sexist, blah blah blah.
Because they've spent their life working
Misogyny.
towards these things.
You're right.
That's
You're right,
everything
yeah.
in their parents, their schooling, their generation, their society, social media, Instagram, everything has told them be an independent female, go to school, get a degree, get a college. That's what's going to make a man want you. And then you get there and you're like, why doesn't nobody want me? I have all these things. I'm
Yeah.
educated. I'm smart. Why does he want a 20-year-old bimbo that has a BBL and is that?
And it's
Yeah,
crazy.
but that's what
you
they
do all
want.
that work, and you're like, okay, he's gonna appear tomorrow like
For
this,
reals.
but he never shows up.
Yeah.
Or even
Because now
stays.
you're in your mid 30s,
Yeah.
and your competition, and maybe you make more money than him. Maybe you're more educated than him.
Yeah.
You're not on the same level.
Yeah.
And even you're kind of. There's so many times I go on dates and stuff. Yeah,
There it
he's
is.
great, but I know that we're
Better.
unequally
You're
yoked,
better.
and
And I think that's the difference between like
I'm in a
so.
lane of my own.
And that's tough because like when a girl goes on a date with a guy, right, and she's like, okay, I'm smarter than this guy, I make more money than this guy. Like you guys lose attraction. You guys are like, oh my god,
Insane.
And it's
Oh my
crazy.
God.
It's
fucking good.
weird to think.
right? But like
But that's-
us, we're not like that. Like we can go on a date with a girl that's 19.
Yep.
She's not smart at all. She'll be like, oh well, I haven't really done much. I just live with my parents. Blah blah.
What do you have?
A guy will-
She's a 10.
A guy will be
So
excited. He'll be like, okay, I can take you
Low body count.
here. Yeah.
Lots of years.
There you go. That's
Value.
how men think. Yeah.
And if I could go back and understand the value in those things, I would have dated around more. I would have not I feel like girls too
Did you waste your time on like one guy or
That's
something?
the thing.
That was
We
that was
date
a loser.
somebody and we date them for 3 years. Then we date the
Okay.
next person, and
You?
even while you're talking to somebody, as soon as we start, ladies, like soon as we start the single ladies, you start to talk to somebody, whatever. It's like we zone out everybody else.
Okay.
We really do.
So were some of those guys like I guess losers, and you gave them too much time?
Or maybe not
And you thought
losers,
you could fix them?
but maybe I passed on winners. So maybe they weren't
okay.
necessarily losers,
Okay.
but they weren't necessarily. I passed on soulmates, 10s, high value men, this and that, trying to let me finish my education first before I have kids. Let me date
All
around.
right.
I don't want to marry my high school. I only dated 2 guys. All
yeah.
these things society tells you to
You
do.
got FOMO.
I
Yeah,
also-
yeah,
Fear
yeah.
of missing out.
And then
Yeah.
you're 35 years old and you're like, okay, what do I have to, like you said, you might still be able to be attractive, be this, and get a good quality person, but you're going to sacrifice somewhere. They might have kids. They might not make as much money. They might,
Be ugly.
they might be 5'10".
Yeah.
No disrespect.
Yeah. Under 6 foot. Yeah.
Hey, how tall are you?
5'6".
But 6 foot is like
Yeah, bro, 6 foot. You know.
Like 6.
Oh, hold on. Question, ladies, real quick. This has been on my mind for so long.
Tell us.
How do you know when someone's 6 feet versus 5'10",
You can
5'11"?
tell. You can tell.
No. Be honest. If you're